So hi, my name is Claire, I'm 16 years old and I am currently living in Australia. It's not really like I can go anywhere, but you know, that's how things work out. Anyway, so I've never actually made a YouTube video before. I have, you know, recorded videos before, but I haven't actually published any. I was doing one before that, you know, I thought was going along on the right track, but then apparently I didn't plug in my charger properly. So, yeah. The lighting in here is really bad, so I kind of half look like a tanuki, half stoned. I actually look better if I do that. So, I'm half tempted to just film like this for the entire video, but it's not really convenient. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I've always wanted to really be a part of the YouTube community, not so much as a spectator, but actually, you know, helps if I can, you know, speak, but actually contributing to the masses of videos. Let me fix that up. Okay, so what I thought I'd do is I thought that I would start with Naramon's YouTube survey, so here we go. Why were you called that? My full name is Claire Josephine. I'm not going to say my last name because my family are a bit privacy freakish and stuff, because my mum, no, that's even breaching it. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of tell you my last name, but it's not actually my last name, it's just kind of what it sounds like. So Claire Bucket Rose, it is a double barrel name. Often people call me that, like either call me Bucket or Rose, because, you know, apparently they can't spell or read my last name properly. But yeah, that's just how life works. I was called Claire. I don't know why. I don't know why they picked that name in particular, but what happened was my mum and my dad decided I was either going to be called Claire Josephine or Josephine Claire, and they couldn't pick, so for 3 days they would just kind of toss it up between the two. And then one day the nurse walked in and she just called me Claire Bear, and so it stuck. I am officially Claire. But I hate the name Claire Bear. I do not know why. It's even on one of my school jumpers. I don't know why. Sometimes I think, oh yeah, it's a bit endearing. I hate it. Why did I decide then to call myself Claire Bearclaw or just Bearclaw? Why? I don't even know what bear claws are. Aren't they a pastry? I think. Maybe Big Bang Theory's been lying too. I really don't know what they are, aside from, you know, the fuzzy things that bears have. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so my favourite school teacher. I have two. I'm not going to go into one because then the video will be too long and I am prone to making long videos even though, you know, you haven't actually seen any of them. The teacher, my current favourite teacher is my SOS teacher, which is a combined sort of class between history, geography and economics, because the Australian school system is really messed up. Anyway, his name is Mr. Lyons. He is really cool. He has this really long, like about my length, long black hair, which he always ties into a ponytail because he's actually a bit of a metalhead. Like after there was the Lamb of God concert in our city and he came back and we were doing studying World War II at the time, and he said yeah, they didn't have Lamb of God in 1949, so they just had to have a war instead. He's a huge nerd, which is awesome. He was calling the roll recently because we go to the roller derby, which is an awesome sport. It's really cool. Yeah, so we go to that quite a bit, and the past 2 times I've seen him there, and this time he saw me there, so he was calling off the roll, and as he calls out my name he goes, "How good was that bout?" And just started talking to me about the roller derby. He's so cool. Yeah, I love him. He's great. But he expects a really high level, like a really high work standard from everyone, like university standard in some points. We got a 15-page test, which was awful. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so the strangest food I've ever eaten, it's not really strange for me because, you know, I'm Australian and this is just what we do. We have these just in our backyard. I have eaten kangaroo. Kangaroo is really nice. It's really, really good. Don't judge me, please. We have millions of kangaroos. It's insane. Like when I used to get driven to primary school, we would pass this field that was fenced in, had like 100 or so kangaroos. They're everywhere. You pass at least 5 just dead on the road, just going to the shops. There's so many, or maybe it's just where I live. Either way. Okay, so my first gig, technically I think it was the Wiggles, but I don't remember that, so we'll keep moving past that. My actual first gig that wasn't a free Australia Day concert that I would go to with my dad would probably, I think it was Lady Gaga, when I was about in year 7, year 8, so 2-3 years ago. And that was weird. So my mum took my sister and my sister's friend, who also took her mum along, and I went with them. Pardon me. And there was a guy, tranny there, who was the supporting act, who flashed the mob and flashed the mob? No. I don't know why, but flash mob. Anyway, yeah, no, he flashed it, everyone, and, you know, with a 14-year-old daughter and 2 11-year-olds, that's not really the most appropriate thing to see, so needless to say, we didn't stay there for the entire thing. But it was really nice, because it was Lady Gaga's birthday, and she was talking about how she got smashed and passed out in a forest near our city, which, you know, I keep saying, it's a really shitty place to celebrate your birthday when you were that big a star. And then everyone in the stadium started singing happy birthday to her. It was really nice, and you could see her face on the big screen, and she was totally taken aback. It was really nice. That was good. Okay, so my favorite place in the world. I have actually never been overseas. Surprise, surprise. I don't know why that would be surprising, but, you know, I haven't actually ever been overseas. A lot of my family has, I guess. Some of them. Yeah, anyway, moving past that. So, really, my options are really only limited to Australia. So, where I live, I'm on the far east coast of Australia, so about 300 k's away from Sydney. And my dad decided one year in 2008 to drive us to Perth, which is about 3,000 kilometres. So it took us 1 week to get there, 1 week back. We stayed there a week, so 3 weeks altogether. And what happened was, well, I'm not going to get into the stories because I've already talked for too long, which is not something I was not going to do. Okay. Yeah, Perth is probably one of my favourite places. It's just beautiful. It's so clean, but it's so bloody hot. It's ridiculous. They have a wind that comes off the water in the afternoons. That's called the Doctor because it's just so refreshing. Okay, and who do I want to answer next? Unless you guys have any suggestions for me, I actually don't have anyone to suggest this to because I do not have my own little posse sort of thing yet, so sorry. And with that, I say goodbye. So please let me know in the comments what you think, and if I should do any others, please don't discourage me too much because I would really like to keep doing this. So thank you.